Hi, it's Ike from Groovy Entertainment. Today we have another book to read for you. Today, book of DuckTales, Earthquack from 1989. So let's get started. Scrooge McDuck had found a series of cracks in the ground around his money bin. He asked the inventor, Gizmo Gearloose, to study the problem. Gizmo soon came back with an answer. I have found a major fault under the building, he said. If there's an earthquake, every dime in your money bin will be lost. Oh no, said Scrooge. It's okay, said Gizmo quickly. I have invented a machine that will help. Once we put it under the money bin, there'll be nothing to worry about. Workers began to put Gizmo anti-earthquake machine in place right away. They dug a tunnel from outside the city to a cave underneath the money bin. Scrooge and Gizmo watched the work. On the last day, they waited at the entrance of the tunnel for the word that the anti-earthquake machine could be connected. Suddenly, workers came running out of the tunnel. Ghosts, they screamed. The cave is full of ghosts. Nonsense, shouted Scrooge. It's true, said the frightened foreman. When we got closer to the cave, we started hearing voices. The cave is haunted, sir. Gizmo, bring me a cart, ordered Scrooge. I'm going to find out what's going on. Good idea, agreed Gizmo. But take along a radio so that you can let us know what you find. Scrooge climbed into the cart and disappeared into the tunnel. Are you all right? Asked Gizmo over the radio. I'm going much too fast, screamed Scrooge, but no one heard him. The radio not working, cried Gizmo. We got to help Uncle Scrooge, said Huey to his brother, jumping in another cart. Come on. Gizmo waited by the entrance as the boys started down the tunnel. The drop is very steep, warned Louie. Pull the brake handles. I can't, yelled Dewey. It's broken. We're going to crash. Scrooge had already crashed at the end of the track, but he was all right. He looked around. The cave was huge, with a gigantic rock pile that went from floor to ceiling. There were brightly colored balls all over the floor. He stopped to look at one more closely, then jumped back in surprise. The ball had turned itself into a strange creature. Pretty soon, Huey, Dewey, and Louie crashed too. Look, Daddy, said a little being exactly like the one Scrooge had seen, more from above ground. It looked like an invasion, said the larger creature, frowning. This troubled me. Who are you? Asked Huey bravely. Colorful creatures, of course. The people who live on the ground. You are from the above ground, aren't you? Yes, answered Dewey. Leave them, son, broke in the larger, colorful creature. The game begun soon, and I am judge. We'll be late if we don't hurry. What games? Asked Louie. But the colorful creatures had already turned themselves into balls and were rolling away. The boy followed them and found Scrooge in the crowd of spectators. Happy to see their uncle safe and sound, the three nephews joined them. At last, Scrooge understood what the game was all about. The colorful creatures turned themselves into balls, then rode at top speed until they crashed against the pile in the middle of the cave, causing the earth to shake. The one who could shake the earth the most won the prize, an ancient cracked vase. Stop, cried Scrooge, running to the king of the colorful creatures. Stop the game. You are causing earthquakes above ground. We must stop the silly sports. We must stop the silly sports, said Scrooge. But how, Uncle Scrooge? Asked Louie. Everyone wants to win that prize. That's it, said Scrooge, hopefully. Quick, find one of those mine carts and get ready to get out of here. Moments later, Scrooge and his nephew had jumped into a cart and was racing through the cave. They zoomed past the king and grabbed the prize. The colorful creatures gave chase, eager to get the cracked vase back, but Scrooge and his nephew escaped through the tunnel entrance. We can't let them get away with this, yelled the king. At the count of three, the colorful creatures all rode together and smashed into the pile in the center of the cave. The crash rocked the earth above. An earthquake, screamed Scrooge, frightened. Quick, get into my limo, ordered Scrooge to his driver. He yelled, follow that crack. Scrooge hung out of the window, then yelled again, stop, don't go any farther. Are you talking to me? Asked the driver. No, said Scrooge hotly. I'm talking to the crack. It's going to destroy my money bin. When they reached the money bin, Scrooge jumped out of the car. Everything was shaking. The walls cracked like eggshells, and his mountain of gold was sliding rapidly into the ground. Me money, cried Scrooge. Me precious money, like water running down a drain. The gold in Scrooge's money bin was swallowed up by the earth. I have lost everything, groaned Scrooge. I'm ruined. I'm poor. While Scrooge McDuck was crying over his lost fortune, the colorful creatures was up to their chests in gold coins. What is this filth? Asked the disgusting king. It comes from above, came the answer. This is awful, said the king. They have thrown all this garbage down in revenge for that earthquake. Well, they won't get away with it. We'll send it right back to them. The quake that followed pushed all the gold coins and dollar bills back up into Scrooge's money bin. Look, Uncle Scrooge, cried Louie with joy. Your money had came back. Hooray, shouted Scrooge, throwing up his hat up in the air. His top hat rolled along the ground and slipped through a crack just before it closed. In the cave below, the little colorful creatures picked up Scrooge's hat. He studied it carefully. Look, he said to the king. The one above ground sent this to me for our game prize. It's much prettier than the one we had. Magnificent, said the king. Now we can make really beautiful earthquakes. Not here, though. This place is all wrong now. We have heard of a place called California. So off went the colorful creatures, rolling through their caves to California. Meanwhile, in his money bin above, Scrooge McDuck could once again enjoy his favorite pastime, playing with his money. So that was DuckTales Earthquake from 1989. So if you'd like to subscribe, share, and comment, have a groovy day with another video coming out real soon.